Gli occhiali sono solo un oggetto per farci vedere meglio o c'è qualcosa di più? Ciao a tutti, io sono Ilenia e questo è Visibile Talks, il canale dedicato a stile e innovazione nel mondo degli occhiali e delle lenti. Sto per entrare nella stanza dove c'è Niall, il fondatore di Pewpols, che appunto oggi vado a intervistare. Seguitemi. Hi
Hi,
Niall, how
how are
are
you? Nice to
you?
meet you. How are you? Welcome to our showroom for Mito at
Thank
Mini
you.
Milano. Yeah, thank you.
Thank
Great to
you.
see you.
Thank you. So good to see you. It's
Thank
the
you.
first time we meet in person, so I'm really emotional.
Yeah, thank you. It's great. It's fantastic to have you here.
Thank you.
Fantastic to have you in your home country.
Thanks a
Yeah,
lot. Thanks
yeah,
a lot.
yeah.
Okay, we can start with the interview now. We are ready. So, Neil, your project, Pupils, has a unique name. Could
Thank
you
you.
share the story about the idea behind?
The story of pupils, I suppose it is not a huge amount of thought went into it, not in a bad way, but it was I wanted the brand to sound like an optical brand. So we went through all kinds of different names. I thought about calling the brand after myself, which I decided not to do. And came to pupils in the end. I liked the sound of it. It's a little bit of a play on pupils in your eyes, and just the look of the word. It's got a lot of vowels in it. It's easy to remember and it's distinctive. So I think that's the best reasoning as to how I came to it in the end.
Yes, also
Yeah.
pupils are maybe one of the most important elements of our
Yeah,
site. So
absolutely.
very specific from a naming. So that leads me to the second question. I want to ask you, what is the brand identity? What are the value of Pupils?
So we're an Irish brand, and the most important thing about being Irish is our customers and our relationships. That's what Irish people are all about, relationships. So we're very focused on our opticians. That's who we sell to. They're the most important people at the end of the day, making sure that they're happy and that they like our products. So everything that we do and every bit of energy that goes into the brand is about the customers, the opticians, the people that are receiving at the other end. So I think in terms of our core values, that's very much where it lies. We want to be very good and very strong at that, and make sure that when our products get to the stores, that people love us just as much as they love our products. And I think we've been quite successful with that so far.
Wow, this is a good answer.
Yeah.
I never expected it because because when I ask this question, I always listen to, of course, answer that goes from core values and respect, of course, environment, the quality of the product, and something like this.
We just want people to be happy with us and like us and want and engage properly, because sometimes that's hard to get. It's difficult sometimes to be. Customer service is just so important, and it's we put so much focus on that from the very beginning.
You put people for first, a relation for first. It's very beautiful to hear this, because when we are focused on money, everything is faster, goes as about consumer to come to
you're right.
buy, sell, and everything. It's very nice to hear that. So the first thing you think about my question was, okay, the answer is people. So we really care about the feeling and what our relation with the people, with our partners. So this
Absolutely. It's the most important thing at the end of the day, and it's definitely not about money, because our frames, there's so much goes into them, and we put everything into them to make sure they're as good as possible, and we're constantly working on that all the time. And a pair of glasses has to last. It should last. Our frames should last somebody for the rest of their lives. You should be able to pass them on through generations. For me, that's what it's all about. Our frames are collectible. There's a lot of work goes into them. There's a lot of time and a lot of people involved in the process. So for me, making sure that that's my primary focus, and that the customer at the other end is happy is ultimately what our brand values are. That's very much where they lie.
Okay, this statement that you said to me, so about importance of human relation, I think is really well represented also in your product.
Thank you.
Because I see they are, as I saw your product for first, I say, okay, this is a very true. I see that there was something very valuable behind. It is not just an item, but there is a process behind, and there is something that I really I really want to know. This is the reason why I came into you. I wanted to meet you. And I see also the details were very, very elegant and very finished details. And of course, there is a research behind and also attention to people and of course to the process to build those details. Can you show me some model that
Absolutely.
you really like?
Yeah, absolutely. I'd be happy to do that. Yeah.
Okay, let's go. We find out 3 models, which are maybe the favorites.
Yeah, absolutely.
Favorite, your mobile, and we see some 3 absolute detail you should really know. Let's go.
So the first one is O'Hooligan. So O'Hooligan is named after Shane MacGowan, who was a famous Irish singer. He was actually born in the UK, but he spent most of his life in Ireland. And unfortunately, he passed away when we were designing this frame towards the end of 2023. And I felt at the time he really spoke to Irish people. He was part of our DNA. The Pogues music was part of being Irish, and I wanted to do something at the time which was a little bit of just a nod to him. So this is O'Hooligan in Irish green. This is our most popular color. And I think what's quite nice about this frame, it has a lot of the details that we've brought into Pewpols this year, such as our glint guards on the side, which are like they're almost a nod back to vintage American optical shields that you would have found on the side of frames. It also has a really nice traditional keyhole bridge on it. And then, like all of our frames, it's custom laminated on the front and the sides with a Georgian Irish inspired work. So this is probably the most Irish frame in the collection. That's why I like it. I love the color, I love the shape. And just the overall story behind it. So that's number 1. The second one is Marcello. This is a little bit of a nod to the fact that our second home is essentially in Italy. My wife's family live in Italy, and we make our frames in Italy, and we wanted to do something that was a little bit of a nod to our second home. So Marcello Marcello Mastronomi. It's like a nod to him. And it's a little bit based on the frames that you would have seen him wear. Again, it has our nice glint guards on the side, and it's in this very interesting color called Midnight, which for me, I love to talk about color, and I love color in general. But what's always interesting for me is to create the illusion of different colors, to create the illusion of a specific color through a different color. We're trying to, with this frame, create the illusion of black, but it's actually a very, very dark navy. So it's something a little bit different, something a little bit interesting, and maybe for somebody who doesn't want just a traditional black frame, I thought this was a really nice color, and it's one of our most popular and one of my favorite colors. And I think with the orange lenses, it's a really nice, and it's a very popular frame in our collection. So that's the second one. The third one is Arthur. So I designed 2 frames in 2021. I named them after my 2 kids. One is Arthur, and one is Elliot. At the time, I think you all remember the pandemic. At the time, everybody was very much about their families. At the time, family was very important. We weren't traveling. We were all at home. So the most important thing to me at the time were my family, and my kids were both born in 2020 and 2021. We do a little bit with the children's hospitals as well at Christmas. We donate all of our online sales to children's hospitals at Christmas. So I just thought it was fitting at the time to do 2 frames named after my kids. So Arthur is one of the most popular frames in our collection. It's been around for a few years now. We brought it back in the lovely Irish green color. It's a really, really nice shape. It's got some really nice bevels across the top. And I think it's probably my favorite frame because it's named after one of my children, and I love the shape. It's been with us for a while, and it's probably our customer's favorite frame historically within the collection. So yeah, Arthur.
And just tell me about the color, Irish color. Can you please describe this color? Because our people is not really familiar.
Yeah, absolutely. So Irish green it's a solid green. And again, it's playing on that black thing again, where we're trying to create the illusion of a black frame of color. With Pewpols, we like to do very, very dark colors as well, because they translate quite well. By bringing color into the collection, it creates interest. People like color. but by keeping some of the tones quite dark, and Ireland being known for darker colours and particularly in textiles and design, we try to focus very much on that. So Irish green, yes, is one of those colours. We also have the Yuan colourway, which is, I suppose, like a transparent green as well. It's another popular one. And we're always building on our Irish colours. We're always building on them all the time. We've more coming this year, and it's very much, again, part of the brand's DNA. And green is certainly one of our, what people come to us for is our greens, and it's always evolving all the time. So, yeah.
It's beautiful because this is a translation, so the final effect is a green, of course, mixed with a skin tone.
Yeah. There's actually a champagne on the outside of this. It's laminated green with champagne on the outside. So it's not just a clear coat. It gives a little bit more of a gold effect, if that makes sense, which works quite well with the gold detailing on the rest of the frame.
What is the hardest detail to build?
To achieve? Definitely the wire cores. Inserting them, our wire core it's quite robust. It's quite big, and it's all gold plated as well. So shooting that inside the temples is quite a process. We spent, I think, 6 months this year with this new design, making sure we could put them all in absolutely perfectly. So it's definitely the hardest part of making our frames. So just the whole process. A Pewpols frame is not easy to make, but we primarily we're focused on making sure that our frames are robust, because the whole appearance is of a robust frame. They're designed to look substantial. They're designed to look like a piece of art. So it's very, very important that we put the same amount of effort into actually constructing the frame as well. So every aspect of this frame, I go over it in all kinds of detail to make sure it's not only looks beautiful, but it's made absolutely perfectly and everything is done. And that can take, sometimes, like I said, with the wire core, that can take up to 6 months to get right. So it takes a long time, but that perfection was never done overnight. So that's very much, it's very important to me.
That's really Irish.
Yeah, I think so. I think we like perfection. I'm a perfectionist myself. I don't know about everybody in Ireland maybe, but I'm definitely a perfectionist myself. And it's important for me that that the same level of detail goes into the construction as goes into the design as well. So, yeah.
So thank you, Niall, for everything.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure.
Thank you. So it was a great opportunity to meet you.
Yes.
And now, thanks all for the treasure that you show us today. And we can't wait to select this product and having our store in Italy.
Thank you so much. I'm absolutely delighted to have you guys here today in Milan, and I wish you lots of success with the collection.
Allora, per oggi questo è tutto. Abbiamo avuto oggi l'opportunità di conoscere Niall, il fondatore di Pewpols, e di vedere tutte queste sue bellissime creazioni che sono davvero lussuose e piene di dettagli, davvero che sono una chicca, un'opera d'arte. Tenetelo d'occhio perché secondo me ne sentirete ancora parlare di Niall, e nel frattempo, se volete sapere qualche cosa in più, andate a seguire la pagina Instagram di Pewpols, e se volete provare i suoi occhiali assolutamente venite da Visibile in store, così potrete provarli, perché adesso secondo me faremo una bella selezione.